In this video I'm going to review the Topside helmet light from Brightside. This is a light which is designed to be mounted onto a bicycle helmet, which includes both a front and rear light. The design is almost completely symmetrical, with this white and red ring to help you distinguish between the front and rear. The light comes packaged with one of its mounting brackets already attached. Inside the box there are 2 zip ties, 2 rubber straps, a micro USB cable, and a secondary mounting bracket which is rotated 90 degrees from the first one. There's also a small user guide. This light uses a rechargeable lithium-ion battery. On the bottom of the light, underneath this rubber plug, there's a micro USB charge port. The light can be charged using the supplied USB cable and a powered USB port. When the light is charging, a green LED flashes. At full charge, the light will glow a solid green. The light has 7 different modes and 1 button to control it. Hold the button down to turn the light on and off, and tap the button to switch between different modes. The modes include the following: both the white and red lights flashing, both the white and red light shining constant, the white light shining constant and the red light flashing, the white light shining constant and the red light off, the white light flashing and the red light shining constant, the white light off and the red light shining constant, and finally the white and red lights flashing in an alternating pattern. To check the power level in the battery, simply tap on the button. The indicator light will show you either green, orange, or red, depending on how much charge is left. When mounting the light on your helmet, you want to find a spot where the light sits level and can be clearly seen from both the front and back. Mounting the light on your helmet is tool-free. The bracket can be easily fastened in place with one of the provided rubber straps. The light snaps in and out of the bracket easily and holds the light securely. However, if you're concerned about the light somehow falling off, you can insert the second strap under the bracket and use it as a secondary means of securing the light. For my helmet, this bracket seems to work the best, but the other included bracket might make it easier for other helmets. This other bracket can also be used if you want to mount the light directly onto your bike rather than your helmet. It's a very versatile mounting system, so you can mount this light virtually anywhere. Including its mount and rubber strap, the light weighs in at about 70 grams. This means that the light increases the weight of my helmet by about 25%, which is an amount that I can hardly detect. The light is designed to be used in the rain and has also been tested for use in cold weather down to -20 degrees Celsius. The lens in front of the LED produces a very wide beam. This means that other road users can clearly see these lights from a wide range of angles. These lights were designed with the primary goal of making the rider more visible. This, however, means that you can't necessarily rely on the lights to help you see the road better since the beam is spread so wide. So now that I've given an overview of this light, I'll show you what it looks like when it's being used. First, here's a clip of me riding my recumbent bike down a residential street without any bike lights. Now here's a similar clip, except this time with my Topside light turned on. According to the user manual, this product is intended to be used in conjunction with standard bike-mounted lights, so this clip shows me doing that. Here you can see a comparison of no lights versus a conventional light versus a conventional light plus a Topside light. Now here's the same except viewed from the back. It's pretty clear that the Topside light is much brighter than my existing light, however the main advantage of the Topside is illustrated in this next clip. As I approach this intersection from the left side of the screen, notice that the Topside light is clearly visible, and yet the light mounted on my bike is completely hidden by the parked cars until I've already entered the intersection. So now that I've demonstrated this product, I'll give you my opinion on it. All in all, I've been extremely happy with the Topside light, and I'd highly recommend it. I've known for a while now that helmet-mounted lights are a game changer in terms of cycling safety, and that last clip that I just showed you really does illustrate that. Of course, I did that riding a recumbent bike, which kind of amplifies things, but imagine that those cars had been trucks or SUVs, which are taller. The same would have been true for a conventional bike, because they would have been higher and I would have been higher, and it really would have helped to make sure that I was more visible. Prior to having the Topside light, I used to mount standard bike lights onto a helmet like this. However, the Topside light has some strong advantages over using conventional lights on a helmet like I've done here. Since the Topside light is actually designed for being mounted on a helmet, that makes it a lot easier to install than these were, and it also makes it a lot easier for me when I need to take this on and off for recharging the battery. I also like that it combines together both a front and back light in one package, because that means I don't have to worry about keeping one battery charged, and it also means that I only have to press one single button for turning on both the front and back light at the same time. This light is also brighter than the lights I had been using before, and I think that the wide-angle lens also makes it a lot more visible, because with the helmet, it really does matter because your head is something that moves when you're riding, and if you're facing over this way and there's a vehicle coming, it's good to have that wide beam because they're still going to be able to see you even when you're not totally facing forwards. I really like the way that this light turns on and off by holding the button down. So many multi-function lights I've used before function on a principle that tapping the button turns it on, and tapping the button also will change different modes. And what that means is to turn the light on and then turn it back off again, you've got to tap that button quite a few times. So if you've got like a 5-function light, you've got to tap that button 6 times to get from off, to on, back to off again. And in reality, most people probably have a function that they use probably 90% of the time, if not more. That's kind of their favorite function. And regardless, they still have to tap that button every single time to find that mode that they like. What this light does instead, because you hold the button to turn it on and off, and you tap the button to change modes, what it does when you turn it off, it actually remembers what mode you had it in last, and when you turn it back on, it resumes that same mode. So assuming that you're always using the same, your favorite mode each time that you use the light, you can turn this light on and off simply by pressing the button once, which is a real advantage in my opinion. These days, most paperwork that comes with products is typically just filled with legal disclaimers. However, I found the user manual that came with this product quite helpful. It contains some useful information about the 7 different modes, including how many lumens per LED, as well as what the expected battery life is for each of the different modes. I haven't done any extensive testing myself to validate these battery estimates, but anecdotally can say that these lights do seem to last quite a long time, and certainly last longer than these other rechargeable lights I've used before. The battery life indicator is really helpful for knowing when to recharge the lights before they get drained. The only negative feedback that I can think of for this light was that when I first tried to mount it on this particular helmet here, the only way that I could figure out to mount it was asymmetrically on the helmet, which is how it appears in most of the clips. Of course, that doesn't hinder any of the actual functionality of the light, but I just found that it looked kind of sloppy when I was wearing it, and that light was off to one side. However, I've since discovered a way that it can be mounted centered on this helmet by using both of the provided rubber straps. I think the price for this light is quite reasonable, considering you're getting both a front and back light when you're buying it. If you're interested in buying one of these lights, check out the link in the description below. I'd like to give a big thank you to Aiden from Brightside for sending me this light to review. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment below, and thanks for watching.